All records show a service interruption in your area. If you are calling to report an electrical problem, press or say 1.
1.
Press or say 1.
1.
For billing and pay. Sorry. For power outages or
1.
press or say 1. For
1.
any other problem with your... Sorry. Para español.
Should I try Espanol?
The estimated time for service restoration
Here we go.
is not yet available. We will normally contact you between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. with more specific information.
Millions on the East Coast are finding out what a bomb cyclone is.
Bomb cyclone.
Bomb cyclone. Bomb cyclone.
Bomb cyclone.
All right, so yesterday we got this bombo cyclone, whatever they call that weird weather pattern where you get like crazy winds and snow, but it's not a blizzard. But the Weather Channel still wants you to watch and give them a lot of attention, so they made up a ridiculous name.
Saturday we'll have murder rain. Sunday will bring us Snowcanicane-Mageddon-Nado.
It's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
And look at it outside. Oh man, it's like there's branches everywhere, and we have no power. So we're gonna show you what we do when the power goes out on the farm. So obviously power outages are super obnoxious for everybody. I don't want to make it like extra bad for us. But on a farm or a homestead, it is worse because there's more creatures depending on the power and there's more product depending on the power. You've seen the pellet stove in lots of our videos. I have a serious love-hate with the pellet stove. On days where it's really cold and it's working good, I love the thing. But when the power goes out, the pellet stove is a problem because the pellet stove depends on a fan to remove the smoke. So the pellet stove is on, heating the house. The minute the power goes off, boom, all the smoke is sitting in this thing and it starts to seep out. We've had in the past where this happens and carbon monoxide winds up coming into the house here. Imagine it's like, 3 a.m. and all of a sudden you hear, warning, carbon monoxide, and you gotta get your wife and your 4 kids out of the house, call the fire department. It's a big hassle. And so last night when the power went out, there was a fire in here. So I had to take the fire pan out of the thing with like gloves on because it's super hot. I had to like scrape out the ash pan, smoke coming in, fire alarms were going off, and the kids are like, what's happening? Now, there's no heat in the house. We can't run the furnace, so we're worried on a cold day like this about pipes going. But the pellet stove is useless. You can't run the pellet stove. So when the power goes out here at this homestead, we're out of heat, which in the winter means we're in risk of losing, pipes freezing and bursting. And this pellet stove is of no help to us without power. So the first reason why we need to get the power back on here is because we don't want the pipes to freeze. We need to either get the furnace or the pellet stove on. And there's a few different things about our homestead that when the power goes down make it especially a problem. We need to take power into our own hands. So let's head outside and get this power back on. Okay, look at it out here. Bunch of limbs down all over the yard. Here is reason number 2 why we can't wait for the power company to restore power. Right there. See that? The animals' water. We have a whole mess of chickens here. Chickens, but all the fowl we have here, it's about 20 birds. And then we got these girls here who somehow are together this morning. I don't know if Kendra separated them or not. Hi girls. What are you doing? Looks like this blew open. Hi. How'd you fare through the storm? Okay. Look at this. The girls are almost out of water and we're on a well. So if that power don't come back on today, I'm walking over to the creek across the street with a 5-gallon bucket to water this cow. Reason number 2 power needs to come back on right now, watering the animals. Oh man, what's going on here? I'm not really sure what happened here. I didn't close the girls in the barn last night. Mama awake? Kay's awake. I'm gonna ask her what's up with the girls. Hi, baby. What was the girls' situation last night?
Luna was in.
I think Luna busted out. All right. Apparently Luna was locked in here last night. The barn was shut and Ladybug was out there. Somehow Luna squeezed through that. Squeezed through, busted the doors open. These are the things that happen, you know, during the crazy storms when you're on the homestead. You just got to be ready for it. Back it up, come on. Here you go. Good girls. They already chose what bale of hay they're getting today. This was like a help yourself. All you can eat buffet last night for those girls. Looks like you fed yourself. Here's a third reason why you can't leave power into the hands of the power company. Electric fences. If you are relying on electricity to keep your animals in, and that electricity goes out, you're in trouble. Now, not all animals are the same with the electric issue. Some animals get trained to an electric fence so well that they'll respect that fence probably for weeks, even if it's down. And I think with Ladybug and Luna, that's pretty much the case. I don't expect them to test the fences out today, but if you have a bunch of goats or, you know, maybe some big pigs or something that maybe check this on a daily, you know, but check that fence daily, you need to get that power back on so that those animals don't push through the fence and wind up causing more chaos during an already chaotic time. Old habits die hard. Another reason why we cannot leave power in the hands of the man are these bad boys right here. We have 3 chest freezers full of pastured pork, pastured chicken, all good meat that we spent a ton of money and a ton of time to produce. And if this storm goes on for any extended period of time, those will be in trouble. That's where this guy comes into play. We have our generator, a backfeed plug installed into the house. Now, this is a thing where you can hurt people if you don't do it right. So you need to make sure you do this with a licensed electrician. They can set it up the way we have it set up so that nobody gets hurt. For about 500 bucks, we had this backfeed plug installed. That generator was about 800 bucks. And in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna have the power back on for the entire homestead. Watch how it's very simple. Step 1, plug power cord into generator and inlet box. Step 2, start generator and warm up.
That is reason number 5.
Step 3, turn off high load breakers.
Oven is off. The dryer, you know, we're gonna kill the dryer for now.
Step 4, turn off main breaker. Step 5, move interlock to block main breaker. This is a pivotal piece to this whole process and why you want a licensed electrician to do this for you and not like do it yourself DIY style. This interlock right here slides up only when your main breaker is off, and then only then can you turn on the breaker that powers the house through your generator. If this isn't here and you have your generator running your house and your main breaker's on, push it.
I couldn't help it. Anytime I'm dealing with a breaker, I just think of Jurassic Park. But joking aside, you really can kill someone, so make sure to have this done properly. We've spared no expense. Let's do this, Dr. Sattler.
Mr. Hammond, I think we're back in business.
Okay, last one, I swear.
Furnace just kicked on. That's it. Power's back on. That easy. So get in contact with an electrician. Get yourself one of those backfeed plugs set up legally and safely. That generator, we'll put links below for all the stuff that we use. And if you ever want to feel like a superhero, get your family's house power back on when the rest of the neighborhood is in the dark.
Daddy, great job.
What do you think, dudes?
Good, good.
Yeah.
I was about to say, but Mommy just said shut the door. I was about to say, we're counting.
What do you think?
Good.
Gonna have a fun day?
Yep.
All right.
We share
Bacon. Warning, we're cooking in our house. With that, pellet stove can come back on. We can get heat in the house. We're good to go. Our power's back on. This is us from the future again. And everything's good back at the house. Apologies for no live stream on Saturday, but as you'll see in this video, our power was out. We couldn't live stream. So that's why we didn't live stream on Saturday, but we made this video, which we're playing today, and hope you like today's video. On Friday at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, we're going to be dropping a video with some huge news. Probably the biggest news you've ever heard us drop on this channel. So make sure to be ready 6 o'clock Eastern Time on Friday to watch that video. And if you want to make sure you don't miss it or forget, sign up to our email list right there. I'll be sending an email out the minute the video goes live so that you don't miss out on the biggest news you've ever heard us share here on Homesteady.